Yo, so today we've got a question from a bro who's 42 years old and he wants to know, yo, Elliott, should I do 5x5 training? Like, is it okay for guys my age? Great question, bro. Before we go, you ought to know my name. It's Elliott Hulse. I'm a strongman strength coach. I've been making men strong here on YouTube since 2007. And you, my friend, have just discovered your new favorite fitness YouTube channel for men over 40. And if you want to get jacked and lean for your second half of life, join my free Alpha School where I show you exactly how on the inside when you go to alphaschool.ai or click the link down below. Great. So, question from Louis125. He says, yo, Elliott, is it okay for a 42-year-old to do 5x5? I've been lifting since college, but stopped when the pandemic hit and had my firstborn. So it was like 5 years ago. What a long layoff. Now I want to get back in shape. So, emphatically, yes. I gave you a giant yes. I'll shout from the mountaintops, yes. Not only am I saying yes, but I'm giving you permission. I'm also saying that is the best thing that you can do. I wouldn't suggest you do much of anything else but 5x5 if you are serious about lifting in your second half of life, right? I made a video before. I talked about just getting in shape with 3 sets of 10 with the boring workout. That's fine. That's okay too. But if you're serious about lifting, you're serious about strength, you're serious about going into your second half of your life with function and power, 5x5 is the greatest way to do it. Why? As I mentioned in a previous video, is because of precision. Because of precision. There are a lot of other really good programs out there. There are a lot of other good philosophies about lifting out there. There are lots of other good parameters that you can follow out there. They're great. They're fine. There are all kinds of awesome things. Like, I actually like high reps sometimes, right? Because I want to pump the muscle full of blood so that I can open up some capillaries and stuff. So once a year at least, I'll do a phase where I'm doing a lot of reps. But bread and butter, especially for guys over 40, 5x5. Once again, precision. Now, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by precision? I mean that in order for you to get stronger, which means your lifts must be more efficient, right? Like, each lift needs to be more efficient. If your lifts are herky, jerky, or twisty, or weird, you're not going to be able to generate the amount of power that you want to in order to get stronger. Also, a lot more wear and tear in your joints. Also, a lot more opportunity for injury. But by keeping your volume low with each set, like 5 reps is fairly low, right? I do workouts where I just do doubles and triples as well. But by keeping it low and working with an intensity that is not gut busting and grinding so that blood comes spilling out of your nose and your eyeballs pop out of your head, is the way you want to go about it. So 90%, you should never have to go through a grinder. Like, I say this now, but I'm not interested in doing 1 rep maxes. Like working maxes, yes, but not like powerlifting maxes. It doesn't serve me in any way. It doesn't really serve you in any way either, too. You can work within the range of intensity that allows you to complete, now hear me out, 3 to 5 reps with precision. Once you start going into the 6, 8, 12 repetition range, you're gonna have to lower the weight, which is fine. I think higher intensity is better overall for multiple different reasons. Like, muscle pumping is good. Like I said before, it's good to pump the muscle. But in a way, that's all it does. It's one-dimensional. Lifting a lighter weight for a lot of reps will help you plump up your tits. You're gonna get some muscles. But it doesn't work the nervous system the same way. It doesn't work the bones. Like, you're not resting on the bones the same way. So you're not building cartilage. You're not building the connective tissue the same way. It's just different. Even the hormonal response is different, right? And there's a lot less wear and tear. So I already said that, because you're doing less. You're doing less, right? And you're just not, you're doing more high quality shit. Less junk reps. So there are all kinds of really good reasons why, but I'm gonna stick with this one. This one is all about precision. So when you perform an exercise with a 5x5 parameter, because you can concentrate for that short period of time, just 5 reps, you can really reset each rep and really focus on engaging everything you must in order to do that exercise most efficiently. Like how many of you, I mentioned bench press in a previous video, right? Like how many of you guys are bench pressing and you're actually engaging your rear delts and scapular adductors while you're doing the eccentric? Nobody's fucking doing that. Nobody's thinking about that at all. They're just trying to get through the fucking reps because they got so many of them. Or how many of you guys, when you're squatting or deadlifting, actively actually engage your abdominals, right? Like draw it in and brace the abdominals while you're doing it. Like you have to actually think about that every rep. And if your abdominals are not in your deep abdominal wall, right? Like your pelvic stabilizers, your pelvic floor, if that's not strong, it fatigues faster than your legs and back will. So you're thinking, oh, I got to get all these reps in, right? And so you're working your legs and your back, and then afterwards you're in pain because you didn't activate your stabilizers. Really, that's what it is, even with the shoulders, stabilizers. You got to learn how to activate your stabilizers, but most people's stabilizer muscles, right? We're talking the abdominal, the core, we're talking the what do they call those little muscles in the shoulder, right? I forget what they call it. Rotator cuff muscles, right? Whatever, glutes, right? Activating the glutes when you do certain exercises, because these are sort of, sometimes these muscles have motor sensory amnesia. They're dumb, or they're lazy, or they've just been misused or not used for so long that they're kind of like sleepy. They don't want to do anything. So you have to isolate those muscles, turn those muscles on, like your abdominals when you're doing deadlifts. You got to turn those muscles on, and you got to keep them engaged. Otherwise, you lose the stability of your stabilizers. Your movement is based only on prime movers. And Charles Poliquin said, rest in peace, that's like trying to shoot a cannon from a rowboat. Trying to blast a cannon from a rowboat. Think about what that does. There's no stability, a rowboat. And here comes the cannon. I'm lighting the cannon, stuff it in, let's go. Boom. What's gonna happen to that rowboat? That rowboat's gonna blow up. Oh, it's gonna get sunk. You're gonna be all over the place. You'll definitely be in the water. You wanna blast that, which, the cannon is a metaphor for like a heavy bench press or a heavy deadlift. You wanna set it on a stable foundation, like our aircraft carrier, right? Now it can blow and boom, still pretty strong, still pretty good, right? No ground reaction force. So things like breaking up underneath you, right? You're not falling in the water. So 5x5 allows you to focus more on your form, engaging your stability, and add more weight to the bar because you're doing less reps. And this is all around good. This is all around great. Is it the only way to do it? No, it's not. Are there going to be people who say, oh, Elliot, I do it this way, and I think that's great too? I think that's awesome, fine. Cool for you. But if you're here taking advice from old Uncle Yo and you want to do things the way I've been doing it now, the way I've done it forever, the way I learned it from my uncle who's now in his 60s or almost 70, right? It's like, give it a try. It's worthwhile. Hope that helps, dude. Done.